to get buttery.
I have no idea what we're starting with.
I think we should have everybody here one day. Free for all. No commercials.
That would
Straight
be the
rep.
day I take off.
You know what?
That'd be the day I take
You
off.
deserve yet another day off, bro. Dude, if you're a great orator and you could memorize your statement, fine. If you can't, you can't. I just need the facts. What did I say when you called me earlier this week? You had a problem. What did I say? Lower your
Lower my
expectations.
expectations.
That's all you
What
got.
you said. Listen, we're gonna disagree on that, and that's fine. We just have different philosophies. If somebody agrees with you, I got a tweet that said, "To let that man read his." A tweet.
What? Somebody tweeted you?
The in full disclosure.
Coming to you live from, let's see if I get my Mo on since he's out of town. Coming to you live from the great state of New Jersey. It's the In Full Disclosure Show. I am your host, at Mo Morris. No, I don't know how it goes. Welcome today, Sunday, June 21st, In Full Disclosure Show. We have a very, very special show for you today. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in. It seems like all of our technical issues have been resolved. I'd like to thank everybody who's been out there and bearing with us over the weeks as we work through this. I think we're finally here. We can see the light at the end of the tunnel. Actually, I think we're out of the tunnel. Is that what happens once you see the light? You go towards the light and
No
you're
doubt.
out of the tunnel. Good.
We're out.
At Mo Morris is vacationing again. Again, I need his agent around here. I don't know how many days he gets
Got to
off.
renegotiate, bro.
Right, I get 1 day a year off. I've been trying to save days. I've only taken 1 day off, so I think I've accrued 2 days over the 2.5 years. He's out of the building today. Breeze DBL is here as usual. Well, he takes a lot of vacations too, but not as many as most. He's in the building. On the Skype line today, we have our special co-host, Mr. Big Will's in the building. Can you hear us, Big Will?
Oh, I hear you loud and clear.
Okay, looks like, okay, you can see him on the triple split screen that we're giving you guys. Go check out the Zen app, zenapp.com, All Access 660. Search for All Access 660, and you can not only hear us, but see us inside of our own app. Our technology is better than yours. How about that? All you other people doing shows, we're doing the shows from the studio. Will's in his home office, looking like Adam Schefter over there. He's looking pretty good. On the line too, and Big Will doesn't know, I have a special guest who called in early. He's a friend of the show. He's been on with us previously many times. He called today, and we usually have conversations about very relaxed things, but he had a serious issue that he wanted to talk about today. And even though this is a sports show, we do try to touch on the prominent social issues that are going on in our society. So I've got Mr. Stefan Johnson on the line. Can you hear us?
Yes, I hear you. I'm here.
All right. Stefan Johnson called me early today, and he's in Texas, I believe. You're in Texas now, or are you on the road somewhere?
I'm in Dallas.
All right. Before I finish up with my lead-in, please shout out your social media, your Beyond the Game, all of those things before we get started.
Well, yeah. NBA Legends, retired player. You can go to NBA Legends, or you can go to legendsofbasketball.com to find out what we're doing as retired players, where we all are. My website is on there, on the partners, along with Michael Jordan and Magic and everybody else that have businesses. I also sit on a board, two boards, on the part of the Coaching Alliance board. Phil Jackson is our national spokesman. I'm on the local Dallas chapter board, and I sit on the NBA Legends board, or will be sitting on the NBA Legends Dallas chapter board. And I am presently now, I've taken on another role, head coach of Dallas Christian College men's basketball team, Division III NCAA Division III school, small school. Some really, really great talent. We won the national championship about, I think, 2 or 3 times in the past from the previous coach. But yeah, that's what I'm doing these days. I think Positive Coaching Alliance has put me in a place where I'm having to go to cross over to life and look at life lessons as we use sports to teach those life lessons. And I think that's what had me to call this morning. It's just the sports, how we all come together. Sports and entertainment bring people together all over the world. And I'm just going to try to use that right now to reach out to as many people as I can this morning who will listen.
Nice. Okay, so Stefan gives me a call today. He's an hour behind us, I believe. So it's 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time when he calls me. I see the name. I'm like, oh, wow, what a pleasant surprise. And we usually, a little background. If you guys have listened to the show before, you've heard him on. He's got some great stories, great NBA stories to tell, just great life stories. Really, really good guy. And he called me. Are you on your trailer? What is that? Who's? All right, just checking. I don't know, but he called me today to talk about the tragic situation that happened in South Carolina. And although we are a sports show, like I said, we do touch on social issues as much as we can because, as he said, sports and entertainment and life, they're all intertwined. So I guess I'll let you start off, Steph, and Will, I'd like you to chime in on his conversation because I know that you have some strong opinions about this as well. Tell me what made you call in and what made you want to talk about the situation in South Carolina, Steph.
Well, the main thing, thanks, Joel. I really want to first just say what a great job you guys are doing. And the voice is being heard. It's going to grow. It's going to get much bigger. And I just want to commend you guys and continue to do a great job, the great job you're doing.
Thank you.
What led me to call just a nastiness, a feeling of disgust that has just come over me, just a depression. And I kept trying to think of it as you just opened up by saying the tragic situation that happened in South Carolina. And I just keep hearing people misinterpret and semantically mislabel what has happened. And it's got to stop. It's got to stop somewhere. So, I can't call CNN. I can't call Headline News. I can call you guys. You guys are accessible.
Always.
And I probably could call CNN. I think they would censor what I'm about to say because I'm not gonna hold my words here.
Okay.
What happened did not happen in South Carolina. It happened in America. It has happened too many times. And right now, if that were an ISIS, Qaeda, or anything else, or if it were an African American who walked into a white church and did this, this whole situation would be totally different. But because it was only in South Carolina, and it was only a black church, and it was only black people that died, this is where we are. So what I'm about to say is basically, is this a terrorist attack? Does it really matter? Is this a hate crime? Does that really matter? I mean, we've been here. Is this a terrorist? Is this an attack against Christianity? All these things are trying to label something that is an atrocity that happened in America to American citizens on American soil, and there's no outcry. Well, the outcry that we're hearing is an outcry that's censored. So what happens to all those white Americans out there, for our friends who are brothers and sisters, who are our neighbors, but not just outraged that something like this could happen, whether it happened to black people, Hispanic people, Asian people, any people in America that will have. And the saddest part of it all, when you start looking at our country, I believe the gentleman, one of the people that was killed is a state citizen. So that's an attack on us on all fronts. And I love Obama. I think the man's done an amazing job. But there's a time and a place where you just have to say, okay, guys, this is not just happening in an isolated. This is we're setting the tone. So the word was used, race war. Well, when I said I wasn't going to hold my word, this is what I'm about to say right now. The war has begun. The war has begun. And it has nothing to do with race. It has nothing to do with all those other things that have been labeled as all these possible excuses. The war now has become on our freedom, on us as citizens. The war it's begun. So now, it was today, or this past week, it was an African American church. Next will be a mosque, or be a synagogue, or be something else. But the war has begun. And the war is on the indecent, because the decent people are going to allow the indecent people to take over. And that's all this is about. It's not about race, religion, or anything else. It's just a common courtesy. It's a humanity. It's something that has to be done. It says, you know what, guys? You know, those of you who, the Donald Trump with his big mouth, okay, talk now. Say something about this. Ooh, okay, say something about this. Okay, say something. These people are hurting that are down there in South Carolina. Yeah, it did happen in South Carolina. And it doesn't take away from the pain that they're feeling as a community. But some of these people who have the mic, who have all the media, who talk about all this other madness, all they can do is bash Obama or talk about we are reacting as a people and American pawn and all that on. He's going to have somebody call these people out and call them for what, call them and tell, and basically label them for who they are. They're enemies of the state. They're enemies of peace.
All right.
So that's my position. I just want anybody to comment on any of those things.
Well, I'm gonna
and I don't expect anybody to agree, but I expect somebody to have a strong opinion about. Because maybe I'm way off base.
I'm going to let Will jump in because I know that he has a strong stance on this. So, Will you comment to what Stefan just said?
You know, I do agree with Steph on most of what he had to say there. I mean, there's a sickness in this country that we refuse to look head on. We are treating, anyone who's non-Caucasian in this country as a Class B citizen. We have an issue with both race and guns, and obviously, I think this stuff has always been there. I think now in this whole social media era, we don't really have to sit back and wait for the CNNs or the New York Times or those things, those outlets to get things to us. You know, everyone's basically a cameraman now, so a lot of this stuff is getting out before the media has a chance to get hold of this stuff. But
I'm not picking up anything on this end.
Oh, you're not getting Will. All right, let's try to work through that. It's about break time anyway. We will take a break. We'll get back on this. And then while we have Steph on the line, too, I will ask him, since he is a former NBA player, I will ask him about, he's Stefan, and then we've got Steph Curry. So we'll absolutely ask him about that. And we'll let Will finish up. We'll try to work through that issue that we have with Stefan hearing Will. I can hear everybody perfectly, and hopefully everybody out there can hear. If not, I'm sure I'll get a text. But we'll be back in about 3 minutes. minutes after 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Adjust your time appropriately depending upon what time zone you're in, Mo. I heard you listening, boss, so we're trying to make things work well for you. We had some technical issues with Steph, and my phone died, to be honest with you guys.
Full,
We'll
full
bring
disclosure.
him back. Yeah, full disclosure. We'll bring him back next segment. And Will, your camera looks great now.
All right, perfect.
The boss called us from wherever he was and demanded that you adjust your camera in your home office. So I had to text you, and that's why we were a little late from the break.
I hope it doesn't deduct my pay for this.
Your stipend will be the same, so don't worry about it. You were talking about the tragedy in South Carolina, and we had to go to break. So just want you to finish up your thought. We're going to bring Stefan back in the next segment. So just finish up that thought, and then we'll let you guys have some banter, and we'll also ask him about his opinion on the NBA Finals this year.
Okay, no, I agree with Steph on a lot of fronts. Perhaps not all, but yeah, I was kind of numb by this whole thing also. It's like we see these sort of things, these issues, they come up roughly every 2 weeks, bi-weekly, if not weekly, every week and a half, some issue takes place in America where it appears as if, African Americans, they're a target of some sort, and with no weapons. And that's not the case all the time with every shooting that takes place, but it certainly has a lot of interest now. I think there is an issue in this country with guns, race, and, for people who feel like they're entitled. And we have not addressed that. This country has not addressed that. We have not taken a look in the mirror at that. I've been caught up in chat groups all week behind this, and I do have a text here that someone tweeted out that a Muslim shooter equals an entire religion is guilty. Black shooter equals an entire race is guilty. White shooter means a mentally troubled lone wolf.
I got that same tweet.
So you saw the same thing, and I'm looking at this because I'm reading the reports as things come out, and this kid, he was over some friend's house earlier that day playing video games before he left and headed on over to the AME church there.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, I think America has to take a look at this. This is the third massacre we've had taking place in this country. It seems like, okay, the mentally troubled lone wolf was sitting back playing video games before they went out to go on a killing spree. This happened in Columbine. This happened in Newtown. This happened here. I think it also happened again over in West Virginia. And I don't know what to say, man. I am kind of numb to all of this now, and I'm not sure where this country's headed. But clearly, special interest. No one really wants to address this right now.
I've got some strong comments on it, and I'll save it for when we get Stefan back on the line, because I'd like to hear his opinion as well. I got that same text, and I thought it was a very profound tweet that went around, and if you got it too, it seems like it circulated pretty well. I'll save it because I'm gonna go a little deep into it. So let's transition to sports for a little bit for the rest of this segment, and then try to get Stefan back on the line after the break. I haven't talked to you since the NBA Finals. I had full disclosure. I had Golden State winning in 4 or 5. It took them 6 games, and it took a while for the coaching staff to make the necessary adjustments to combat what Cleveland was doing and what I thought it was their only option. And as soon as they made the coaching adjustment, it was game over, and it wasn't even close. I think you're not a LeBron guy. Am I right by saying that? Am I representing that correctly?
Oh, I think you're wrong. I'm big-time LeBron. I love LeBron.
You're a LeBron guy. Okay, I'm sorry.
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm sorry. I thought LeBron played, outside of his efficiency, I thought he played very, very well. I've lost some love for LeBron over the years. I was rooting for Steph this year. just in some of his off-court actions, I think that he has I think he's going through an identity crisis, and
You lost love for LeBron because his off-court actions. What off-court
well,
actions?
I don't
There's no side action.
no.
There's no
There's no scandal. I'm not saying
no scandals. Yeah,
I'm not talking about scandals, though. I'm just talking about uh, the way he treated Kevin Love. I don't think that a leader of a team would do something like that.
Kevin was coming out of pocket. Sometimes you have to,
But you don't deal with things publicly, right? So like, I've got issues with you. I really do. I have issues with you, and so I'll deal with them during a commercial break. Like, I'm not gonna deal with them online. I really don't have any issues with you. But for me, like, if I had issues with Mo or Steve or you or anybody else who comes in and sits at this table, I'm not gonna necessarily out my issues on the air. I'm gonna pull you aside one on one, or talk to you in a group setting. I don't mind if they're talking in the locker room in front of other players, if they're talking player business. But to get at media is not something that I condone.
Now, he didn't come right out and say Kevin Love. We all assumed that, hey, he was going at Kevin Love when he made that comment about stop trying to figure out ways to fit out and fit in.
Right. Walk, quack like.
Well, you know what? Then that's up for interpretation.
So you don't believe that? You believe he was talking about Kevin Love?
Oh, I do believe he was talking about Kevin Love.
So
listen, but that don't mean nothing. That ain't going to hold up in a court of law. That don't hold up for nothing. That don't mean nothing.
Okay.
That's just my own opinion.
Right. If you're the leader and you're trying to get somebody to fit in, right? Because it doesn't look like Kevin Love fits in. All the stuff that we talk about, Will, is something that we're assuming, right? Because none of us are in the locker room. So we're assuming everything, and that's what I'm saying. I'm assuming that he was talking about Kevin Love, as most of the free world is as well. And I just don't think that you do stuff like that. So, I think it's a part of his identity crisis, because he's trying to be. I think that he's really affected by the media, and all the comparisons to Michael now, and I guess Kobe lovers are trying to compare him to Kobe because Kobe's the forgotten guy now or something. So with all these comparisons, and I think that he winds up trying to emulate some of these guys' personalities, and it's not really him. So it's like you're looking at somebody. It's like you're looking at a guy who's acting tough, who's not tough, and that's what I see in LeBron. I just don't like it. I still respect him as the best player in the world by far. I don't have an issue with that, but I just think that he's moving in a way that's not conducive to what I'd like.
All right, Kevin Love, which we all saw, had a hard time fitting in on this team. He had a hard time coming from being a first option, coming into a program where now he's a third option. He had a hard time coming into a program where he's not allowed to just roam free and not play defense and do as he wishes to. I need you to stand here, get yourself open and shoot when I tell you to, and come in and bang and get me some boards when I need them.
Well, okay.
He had a hard time with that. He had a hard time not being the first option. He had a hard time where there were trips where they would come up court on the offensive end and he doesn't get a touch.
Well, as a superstar, and
he's not a superstar.
Well, dude, I'm talking about LeBron. As a superstar, LeBron's a superstar, right? Okay.
Ooh, hang on, I got a soapbox over here somewhere, but go ahead.
As a superstar, I think that you've got to be able to maximize the talent of the people who are around you. And so whatever that talent is, you got to be able to figure that out.
And that's a guy, LeBron doesn't do that? This is a guy who can fill a stat sheet.
No.
You're going to tell me Kobe does that?
No, I'm not. I think LeBron has done it throughout most of his career. Kevin Love is the only person I think that he hasn't done it with. That's what I'm saying. I think he does it as well as anybody that we've seen.
Are we having a pity party here for Kevin Love?
I'm not having a pity party. I just told you why I like Steph more this year than I like LeBron. I mean, that's just my opinion. I'm cool with that.
Yeah, but you're throwing a lot of pity over here for Kevin Love the same way that judge for the shooter there, Roof, went out and said, listen, the victims of these shooting victims aren't the only ones here. We need to show the victims are also for this guy, what's his first name? I forgot. Dylan Roof, his family.
I'm not.
They're victims too. You're trying to get some love for Kevin Love.
I'm not. I don't. It doesn't matter to me either way. I rooted for Steph Curry all year, and Steph won the chip. I'm good.
The fact that they even went 6 games in this series says a lot. Without Kyrie Irving, without Kevin Love, says a lot. Kevin Love should just walk. He should go to L.A. because he's a California boy. Just go.
Look, if I'm Kevin Love, I'm coming back. Contractually, it just makes sense for him to come back and then wait for the big mega deals that are coming out the following year. So I come back for that, and I come back because now I could rationalize in my mind. If I'm Kevin Love, I could rationalize in my mind that if they had me, we probably would have won.
Absolutely. He definitely could have contributed there.
Right. So
they needed someone else. They needed a consistent focus other than LeBron.
Right. So I can go get this chip. I can compete for a chip next year. Because if I get the chip, if I'm him, I get the chip, and I can get max money somewhere else, I'm probably gone. Right? Because his career will go completely left if he stays in Cleveland. If they keep now, there could be some better cohesion next year with their belt. Who knows? But if it goes like it went last year, if I'm Kevin Love, I'm staying for 1 year and I'm out next year.
I think he should just go now. I think they don't really need him.
Yeah,
honestly, you know what? I'm going to tell you, I got a problem with Cleveland, and I thought this right from the beginning. The whole time that they get the number 1 pick, they draft this kid from Kansas, Wiggins, and this kid can't even celebrate the fact that he's just been drafted the number 1 pick to the Cavs because they start shopping him immediately.
Well, I've been on this.
Honestly,
I was on these airwaves, Will, and I said to Mo when he thought I was crazy, was if you're gonna get Kevin Love, just wait the season. He only had 1 more year. Let him opt out of Minnesota next year, and you could keep
your number 1 pick.
You could keep the number 1 pick, and you securing your future. But again, and this is some more of the LeBron stuff. LeBron's trying to win today, so he doesn't care about the Cavs' future. If I'm a GM, I'm saying, all right, let's play, because what we saw in the playoffs and what you're saying now, they really didn't need Kevin Love.
They didn't need him, and
right.
They would have been more dangerous having Wiggins on the other wing.
Right. So if it was up to me, and what I suggested last year when they had that pick was keep the pick. You would have kept him. I guess Bennett's a bust now, but you still would have had him. You'd have had another body. You would have had him, and then you could have been getting Kevin Love this season because he could have just walked from Minnesota instead of trading away. LeBron's got what, 6 years left? Wiggins probably got 15. So you would be thinking it would be a more seamless transition than the Colts transition of Luck and Manning, because there would be no seasons without having if Wiggins turns out to be a superstar, you would have had a superstar for the next 15 years. So
I couldn't agree more. And you know what? And LeBron would have been that guy, because here's a guy who's, pretty much after every game since he's been out there trying to put up triple doubles and pulling up stat sheets, he's complaining about after every game how he needs to get his body right for the next game. And having a young guy who's so far not injury prone, not like we know Kyrie Irving is. Kevin Love has also had a series of injuries throughout his career. Now you've got a young kid coming in here who's not banged up yet. Right. Okay? And I think LeBron is the perfect superstar, much like a Tim Duncan, who's willing to take a back seat, and be a facilitator. And he can probably even squeak out more years. I mean, I can't believe Duncan's about to get another 2-year deal. He's been in the league 19 years. He's about to go 21 years.
Okay.
He has fallen back perfect the same way before him. He learned this from David Robinson. And this would have been perfect, a seamless.
Right. And again, to me, that's another one of the things that I'm saying, off the court things, because we will agree that, I don't know if we will. I'm assuming that we'll agree that LeBron James is the de facto GM, right? Can we agree on that? And so if that's the case, he made that move too. And so that's another one of the off the court issues I have with LeBron James.
Yeah, I think, but listen, everyone feels that pressure every year that they have to win now. The pressure's on everyone to win now. No sooner you don't even get a chance to celebrate the fact that, you just got a coaching job, because, everyone wants that chip now. So
All right, well, hang tight. We're going to go to break. We're going to try to get Stephon Johnson back on the line. We'll ask a guy who played in the league what he thought about the NBA Finals and also wrap up our conversation about the tragedy in South Carolina. We'll be back on the other side. Welcome back to the In Full Disclosure Show. It is 10:41, and we were trying to reach Stephon Johnson.
4, 6.
Oh,
And as you can hear, we can't get him.
I mean,
I don't know. I don't know where he is. Hopefully, he'll call back in.
Yeah.
I know Sunday's a church day for him, so he may have already gone to church. Big Mo, if you're out there listening and you're traveling today, man, be safe. Again, thank you everybody who's listening and giving us comments, and we see that most of the technical. So we are happy here. If you guys can subscribe to our Zen app, please. When you subscribe, you get updates, notifications when we make inside of the application. Please do that, and we'll be very appreciative. And I just got a call as well. One of the creators of Zen app is going to call in and talk to us for a few minutes, so that ought to be quite interesting. Big Will, are you still there? How are you making out on this Skype on the first, in full disclosure, Skype co-hosting session? How are you making out today?
making out great. You know, I keep trying to sneak my breakfast in.
Oh no, listen.
Listen, breaks over there. That's why I disappear in the corner.
Look, the name of the show is In Full Disclosure. If you eat on camera, it's
And
all
make sure
good.
you get a
That's what you
snicker
do.
in, bro.
Yeah, do what you gotta do. All right, we were talking some NBA finals and we talked LeBron. I'll put LeBron aside for a second and talk about the real players in the series. Now, let me not get you upset. I want to talk a little Steph Curry and him getting snubbed for the MVP. Give me your thoughts on Andre Iguodala getting the MVP, and do you think that he deserved it?
I don't really have a problem with Iguodala getting the MVP. I mean, clearly he was pivotal in the transition or the changes that Golden State made during that series. I mean, he had the toughest guy to guard out there with LeBron that he had to handle, even though LeBron's going to get his, but you just got to make sure it's difficult how he gets his. You know, and you couldn't have him at pivotal moments. And also, you know, he was a nightmare on the offensive end because so much attention was paid to Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, you know, Barnes. I mean, whoever they had out there on the outside. I mean, man, they just kept throwing. It was like you know, being out in the woods and the gnats just start coming. You know, when that Golden State team. I mean, they were just deep.
All right, here's my issue.
So I have no problem with him getting that. I mean, I think without him, they don't win it. Period.
Okay, let's be clear about something. All right, issue with him getting the MVP, major.
Oh.
All right, but let's be clear. And you may be right. Well, I don't know if they don't win it, but it's hard for me to think that I couldn't get somebody to hold LeBron to 40 because that's essentially what Iguodala did. He held him to 40. So there's no group of people I could have got to hold him to 40. I mean, I don't know. People are out here acting like Iguodala shut LeBron down. I think he did an admirable job defending him, but was it anything notable? I mean, the dude averaged 36, 12, and 9. Like, he had a historic finals, and we're acting like Iguodala did something special defensively. He did okay defensively. Like, I don't get it. I ain't got Steph Curry over here giving me 25. Without Steph Curry getting 25, 6, and 5, they don't win. I think they don't win without Steph getting that 25 a game before Iguodala holding LeBron 40. I don't even think it's a conversation.
Iguodala had to do what he had to do throughout the entire game. There were stretches where, you know what, it just seemed like Steph wasn't even on the court. You know, it was like sometimes he can go a whole quarter with nothing.
What was
But you knew he was going to open up, that he was going to explode. But the thing about Steph, and I think, you know what, everyone's just in love with this whole Steph Curry thing now. They're just in love. Everyone's just tired of LeBron. And I get it. And you're on that bandwagon right now, Russell. But I'm trying to bring you back down to earth, brother.
Suliani doesn't do bandwagons, brother. Let's just get that out.
All right. I'm just trying to bring this thing back down to earth. Let's try to bring this ship back down to earth.
I drive bandwagons. I don't get on it. You know what I mean? All right. But now, all jokes aside, Steph's a special guy. He's a special player, and this has nothing to do with LeBron. I'm talking about Iguodala, and I'm talking about Curry. It doesn't have LeBron's not even in the conversation. Who had more value in this series? I believe that Iguodala had less value than LeBron did. Who could you take off the team? If I took Iguodala off the team, do I have a chance to win? You got no shot to win if Curry's not on the team.
True. You have no chance to win.
I don't know what the definition of value is then. And even the points that Iguodala got, if we watch the game, you see that he got points wide open shots because they're double teaming Steph
Absolutely,
Curry.
and that's the value of Steph Curry. Yes, that's the value of a Klay
Right.
Thompson. That's the value of a Barnes or any one of those other 3-point shooters that they can put out there.
So even when Steph's not scoring, he's doing some other stuff. And if his presence on the court allows other people to get wide open shots, to me that's all in the definition of value. I don't know what Iguodala on the court does for anybody else but Andre Iguodala. Nothing.
Listen, there were some stretches where he just made it tough for LeBron. Also, I think also with this series, unlike anything else I've ever seen, LeBron just does not get calls, man. He just does not get it. I mean, there were times where Golden State got caught in a switch, and he's got Steph Curry on him. And I see LeBron go to the hole and steps on him like a cape. Nothing. No foul.
We could talk. I can tell how much you're a LeBron lover, so I do apologize for even insinuating that.
All right.
For even insinuating that you had an issue. You had an issue with LeBron because I'm talking Steph Curry and Andre Iguodala, and you back to LeBron. I specifically said it has nothing to do with LeBron. You're talking about bandwagons.
This has got everything to do with LeBron. This whole
God.
series does not even exist unless we're talking about Cleveland, the Cavs, a la LeBron James.
Okay. Okay, great. You done with LeBron? Can we talk about? Do we want to make this the LeBron James show? We want to do that?
Yeah, I got these Cleveland colors on too right now too. Go ahead.
Oh
Go ahead.
my
What do
God.
you think?
LeBron better than Kobe.
Yes.
LeBron better than Mike. Watch your mouth. The boss is listening. Watch your mouth.
Since he's listening,
He will pull a plug from wherever he is. I promise you, this show will be over if you say something bad about Mike.
All right, listen. Yes.
He's better than Mike right now. I mean, I think he's on the trajectory to be better than Mike. But
He's definitely on the trajectory. I think, I mean, everyone does something different. Every era, I mean, there probably is no LeBron, there is no Kobe unless, without there having been Jordan. And we've all studied Mike, as these guys have, and everyone tried to add something to what they've learned from Michael Jordan. Although Kobe just straight up just duplicates anything Mike did. I mean, there's really nothing that I can say that, well, yeah, that's Jordan-esque with a little flair. I mean, Kobe just does basically what Jordan did, and he's just trying to outdo it. But LeBron, certainly, he's elevated only because, and he takes a knock for this because he's not so selfish at times. When you need him to be selfish, here he is, turning the ball over, trying to, make some fancy pass, and that's what hurts him. But I think at the series, I mean, he took a lot of shots. He had to. Nobody else was doing it.
I'm trying to get all the LeBron out of you I can. So I'm going to ask you every single solitary LeBron question. I'm sick of dude now. All right? I'm sick.
You got an hour and 11 minutes.
I can't talk about First off, I'm talking about LeBron. Don't really want to talk about him. I got Breeze over here is playing Jay-Z in my ear because Mo's not here. I don't want to hear Jay-Z. It's just a bad day for me. Technically, everything's working around here. I did my job. And I got to listen to Jay-Z in my ear, and I got to talk to you about LeBron James. What else can we talk about LeBron? Is LeBron going to be better? Is Durant going to wind up being better than LeBron if he can stay healthy?
That I don't know. Because defensively, Durant has time against guys with bulk. And that showed when LeBron played against Durant during that series. I mean, he wore him down. Durant can get off early, but late in the game, man, it shows the physicalness. Come playoff time, that wears on guys.
Well, the only time I saw him wear out is when Westbrook was hurt in the playoffs, and he had to try to take on that load, and he started wearing down in the fourth quarter. I mean, he absolutely needs a Robin. Or is now some people are blasphemous in suggesting that he's Robin and Westbrook is Batman. I don't know where you fall on that side of the coin. But he does need another player to be successful because it's tough to do what LeBron does. I mean, that's the part of LeBron that's special, and I think it's overlooked at times. LeBron haters is the load that he carries, and it's a real tough thing to do. So to see somebody exert as much energy as he does, or as he did in these playoffs, it speaks to why, in my opinion, it speaks to why his field goal percentage suffered. His efficiency was lower than what we normally see, is because the burden that he was carrying throughout the entire game. And it's tough to do what he does, and that's what makes him the best basketball player in the game to date.
I mean, we were texting back and forth. I thought Cleveland. I thought they were going to try. I thought they were going to pull before the start of the game, of course. During the first quarter, I said, "What the hell are they doing?" They let Golden State put up 28 points on target to put up 120. They made that first quarter an absolute rat race, which only plays to Golden State's favor.
I talk about this on the show all the time, Will, and I know you listen all the time, so I'm sure you heard me say it. In basketball, an important thing from a coaching perspective, or if I'm a coach, if I was a coach, I'd try to make my team, I'd impress upon them to be the dictators and not the dictatees.
Absolutely.
And I think that Golden State initially was getting dictated.
Absolutely. And they made that adjustment.
They made the adjustment.
Game 4.
Right. And then, when you're dictating pace to somebody and you get a lead, then they usually have to play your way to catch up, especially if you're dictating a faster paced game. Then they have to play your style because they have too much ground to make up.
Sure, the momentum swung. Absolutely.
Right. Let me just cut in here for a second. At Momara660, if you're listening, send me a tweet, man. I want to make sure that I do my job as professionally as possible today, because I like this job and I don't want to get fired. So could you send me a tweet and just let me know if everything is going well? I know I'm still on probation after almost 2 years, but hopefully I can get a promotion and a couple extra days off.
Need to accrue some time.
Yeah, accrue some. That's exactly what I need. I'm sorry, Will. I see Mo's out here sending tweets while I'm multitasking over here. I'm trying to talk to you. I'm trying to tweet. I'm trying to think more LeBron James stuff that I can talk with you, because if it's not LeBron, it's nobody, right?
It's all LeBron all the time.
Listen, give me your top 5 really quickly before we go to break, and give me your top 5. I'll give you my top 5, and then we'll go to break, and we're going to talk something that I know the boss is going to love.
My top 5 this season?
Right in the game right now.
Oh, in the game right now? We got James Harden, Stephen Curry, LeBron James, you know. Man, he doesn't get any love, and if I say it, I know you know, it's just going to backfire.
Say what's on your mind.
Be you, Will.
I got to be me.
Be you.
All right, here goes. I got to show some love for the meat eaters, the big fellas. Zebo, Zach Randolph.
Turn my mic off. Turn my mic off. I've got nothing else to say. You know what? You can host. You got another hour and 6 minutes. You got this, bro.
All right, listen. All right, no. Okay, we got Blake, and I'll give it to Chris Paul.
Yeah,
Blake Griffin, Chris Paul.
I knew what you.
James Harden, Steph Curry.
Does your job require urine testing? Does your job require urine test? Do you get random samples?
Yeah. Absolutely. Annually, I do. And there's always a surprise one. So
I think they need to start taking blood, bro, because you are taking something that they're not detecting. You said Zebo. All right.
I love Zebo, man.
Where's Anthony Davis?
He's not there yet.
You think Zebo's better than Anthony Davis?
Zebo creates a problem for everyone.
Do you think Zebo is better? Do you think Zebo is better than
Breezy? Get ready to turn that mic down. Yes.
All right, coming up next, we're gonna do an all access random blood sampling. We're gonna send somebody up to somewhere around New Haven, Connecticut, to get a sample during the break. We're gonna come back and talk a little football. We've got a calling guest going to talk about Zenap as well. You guys should all go out and try Zenap, and it's a really cool tool. It's something that you could play around with and do some special things. So we'll have him on to talk about that. And I wish I had some beer or something up here because I don't know how I'm going to make it through this next hour. Let me tell you something, too, about everybody out here. Try this radio thing. And if you think you have friends and you think you're cool with people, you never really know about them until you co-host the show. Because I thought Will was a cool dude. And now, not so much. We'll be back.
It's a wrap.
We'll be back after the break.
You got to pay back. Revenge. I'm mad. Got to get back. I need some get back. Pay back. Pay back. That is. Pay back. To get down with my girlfriend. That ain't right. Wow. Smoking. Hollering cuss. You wanna fight. Payback is a thing you got to see. Never do any damn thing to me. Sold me out for chicken change. Told me they had it all arranged. They had me down. That's a fact. And now you're punk. You got to get ready for the big payback. That's where I live. Oh, for the big payback. I can do wheeling. I can do dealing. But I don't do no damn squealing. I can dig rapping. I'm ready. Dig scrapping. But I can't dig that backstabbing. The brother, get ready. That's the fact. Get ready, you mother, for the big payback. Yeah. Let me hit him. Hit him, Fred. Hit him. Hey, hey. Loud. Loud. You took my money. You got my honey. Don't want me to see what you're doing to me. I can get back. I got to deal with you. Got to deal with you. Got to deal with you. I got to deal with you. Hey, let me tell you. Get down with my woman. You holler and cuss. You wanna fight. Look here. Don't do me no done favor. I don't know karate, but I know karate. Hey, get ready. That's the fight, girl. Get ready, you mother, for the big payback. Hey, I'm a man. I'm a man. I'm the son of a man. But don't then pumpkin. Get ready for the big payback.
said that he fried the first piece of chicken, and it wasn't in Kentucky. He will bless you before you sneeze. He is the most interesting fan in the world.
I don't listen to internet talk radio often, but when I do, I listen to the All Access 660 network. Keep listening, my friends. It's time to get buttery.
I have no idea what we're starting with.
I think we should have everybody here one day. Free for all. No commercials.
That would be
Straight
the
up.
day I take off.
You know what?
That would be the day I take
You
off.
deserve yet another day off, bro. Dude, if you're a great orator and you could memorize your statement, fine. If you can't, you can't. I just need the fact. What did I say when you called me earlier this week? You had a problem. What did I say? Lower your expectations.
Lower my expectations.
That's all you
What
got.
you said. Listen, we're gonna disagree on that, and that's philosophies. If somebody agrees with you, I got a tweet that said, "To let that man
got
read
what?
his." A tweet.
What? Somebody tweeted you?
The in full disclosure.
Welcome back to the In Full Disclosure Show, hour number 2. Thanks for taking this ride with us now. Before I do all my housekeeping stuff, I must read a tweet from the boss. Yeah. Oh,
Here we go, Will.
I see you got it, Will.
I did. I'm trying to figure out how to respond to it. I don't know how to do that. Go ahead.
This is directly from the boss, wherever he is now. That Will completely off the air. I assume he's saying that based on your Zebo comments. I'll let you respond to that in a second. Let me do my little housekeeping. Thank you for listening to Info. Happy Father's Day, Will, too. Didn't get
No
a
doubt.
chance to wish you Happy Father's Day, and all the fathers out there who are listening. Happy Father's Day to my father as well. Hopefully he's listening. I tried to get him to tune in today. Everybody gives the mothers a whole lot of love, so we got to try to, give some fathers, and especially the fathers who are involved in their
Pops get that.
people's lives. Give them a big shout out today. So
Absolutely.
Happy Father's Day, guys. Again, you guys, please, you're listening to the app. You're listening to the show today inside of our Zen app, so please subscribe to it and sign up for an app. It's free. You guys can do that as well. Shout out to Admiral Morris again. Hopefully he's traveling today, and hopefully it's a safe one for him. Shout out to Feeway and Aviator Life and Magic and Marlon, everybody who's tweeting and favoriting and retweeting all the stuff that we do. We appreciate the support every single weekend, and if we don't have a chance to say it every week, we really do. So today I am saying it to you. So don't get emotional. I'm not really an emotional guy like that. Take that. Thank you. Will, I appreciate you today for co-hosting. That hat that you're wearing is terrible, so I'm gonna take this off of my screen. Let me be clear. I'm a LeBron James fan, so I don't hate him. I just don't gush over him the way you do. I'll give you the floor.
I'm not gushing. I just give credit where credit's due.
Yeah, I bet.
And for some reason, you're always trying to downplay.
It's 400 people in the NBA, and all you want to talk about is him. And after we left him, you went to Zebo. Really? So we went from LeBron James.
I love Zebo.
Okay, listen.
Another product that the Knicks had, and they always just give everything away. Ugh.
Listen, if I get married, I would love my wife, and I think that my wife is beautiful. But because I'm married to her, doesn't make her the hottest woman in the world. You understand what I'm saying? So you could love Zebo. He doesn't have to be in the top 5 because you love him.
All right, let me just say this. Okay, what you just said. Now, do you have a wife?
I'm not married.
Okay. So for all those out there listening,
Oh, easy.
I will not co-sign anything that man just said. I am married.
Okay, listen. It's top 5. And she might be. And I haven't met her. She might be in the top 5, but it's not because she's in the top 5 necessarily makes her in the top 5. That's a fact.
Boy, you are just walking on
It's the truth.
slippery slope there.
I'm not married
Just,
either,
you know,
so-
there's certain things you just don't bring in. You know,
Listen,
if that's something
listen.
that you wanted to discuss, we would have to leave all electronic devices behind and maybe take a good walk out in the middle of nowhere.
At your spot
right,
too.
right, just
It's a
spot.
lot
You
of
know
good
what?
walking.
Oh, yeah, you cannot get me.
I didn't ask you to come there with me. I didn't ask you to come there with me.
But don't be like, well, do you agree? Well, because I don't agree. All right.
You know what?
I want to make sure we're clear on that.
As you should, because it sounds like your wife may be listening. So as you should. I'm gonna ask you for a favor too, Will. During the next break, the audience on a tour of your acreage.
Gridley Adams for real.
What?
Listen. Will's got acres, people.
Bambi is a neighbor.
Right. He's got a lot of acreage. So during the break, could you take your
I'll give you a little tour. Yeah, we'll
give a
show you
little
what's.
tour during the break?
Yeah.
All right, let's touch on some football for a second. We'll do this for Mo as well. Des Bryant's in the news. Not happy about getting the franchise tag. They've got till July 15th, I guess, to try to work out a long-term deal, or else he's going to have to take the franchise tag or sit out. What's your feeling on his position of him talking about not playing the first game if he doesn't get a long-term deal?
For starters, I just hate the NFL and how that whole thing works. I mean, the owners, you know, I hope that soon there is another strike for the NFL whenever this thing runs its course, because this is truly lopsided, the way things work. But unfortunately, he's in the NFL union, and he's going to have to, you know, respect the agreement that has been put in place for them. And as far as him wanting to sit out a game, I understand him wanting to protest. He wants more money, and I think he's deserving of it. I'm not a Dallas fan. He is a beast. He is a problem. He is an absolute problem, and I think without him, Dallas is not where they are today.
I'm with you. I'm a guy, and again, I've talked about this on the show, and Mo disagrees with me to the umpteenth power. But I mean, if you contract, I just think that you should. And if that's the agreement of the union that you belong to, then that just is what it is. Guys argue and fight over contracts now and want to sit out and want people to rip contracts up and do whatever. What's the point of even having a contract? So you knew this going into the NFL that this might happen at this time. And if you were so unhappy with it, don't go in the NFL. Man, there's not another option for him to make this kind of money, so there's really no choice.
Exactly.
But
exactly.
You gotta honor what your union negotiated for, because
he's gonna have to find another way to make his stink and to get his point across.
Right. So I have no sympathy. He's gonna make a ton of money. But he's gotta just wear this one. Now on the flip side, if I wear this, I can't give the Cowboys any kind of break when it's time for me to renegotiate my contract. So I'm gonna take them to the woodshed when it's my turn. Like when you can't franchise, I think you could get franchised twice, and when you can't franchise me anymore, I'm gonna take you to the woodshed.
Now, didn't they franchise him last year?
No, I think this is the first year they're gonna.
This
franchise.
is okay. I thought that last year was the first year. Okay.
I think so. I think they got 2 years to be able to do this. So I take my money. The average in the top 5 wide receivers. It's gonna be a nice check, and give me $800 billion when my contract's up. I'm gonna be the highest paid wide receiver in the history of this game at that point. And you can't talk about, I don't care about the cap and what we need to have a better team. I don't care about any of that. Give me all the money I want, or else I'm out of here.
Yeah, and especially Dallas, they can't do it. You know, not with all the money that they gave Romo. And then they turned around and restructured Romo's deal a year later, which meant he didn't take anything of a loss on it. They just gave him more guaranteed money.
Right.
Oh,
So I don't know. I know there are a lot of Cowboy fans out here. I can't imagine he's gonna sit. We complaining about money. You sit out a game, you're gonna lose some money. You're gonna lose 1/16 of whatever check you're getting right now. He is one of the best wide receivers in the game. He's probably top two. I'd probably take Calvin Johnson over him, and then it's probably Dez. So I actually think the Cowboys will work this out, though. And I don't normally have confidence in Jerry Jones, but lately he's been making some decent moves for the Cowboys lately. So he's kind of reversing his track record now, or he's kind of adding some positive things to his track record. So we shall see. Here's an interesting thing for you too, Will, and I don't know what's your favorite sport. I'm assuming it's basketball.
Yeah, basketball.
All right, so like no basketball, no football till September, nothing but baseball on now. What do we do? Like, what do we do TV time now? I can watch a soccer game before I can watch a baseball game. After the World Cup, soccer intrigues me now. I couldn't watch it every day, but if you gave me a choice of watching like Messi and Ronaldo play, I'll watch them before I watch Bryce Harper and Mike Trout in baseball. So what do you do to feed your sports fix now?
Well, you know what? To feed the sports fix, it is what it is. You know, I just you check out a few things, but this is that time of year where I actually get hooked into a television program that it's non-sport related. Because during the rest of the season, during football season, during basketball season, that's pretty much all I pay attention to. There, I got hooked into Breaking Bad.
Okay.
A series something before that, but now my new hook is Orange is the New Black.
Yeah, I can't. So here's my thing. I watch a couple of shows religiously, and I'm mad that I watch them religiously. So I try not to get hooked on anything new. So I can't. People have been telling me to watch Breaking Bad and True Detective, and Mo talks about what's this show he's.
Don't even say it. Him with his.
Game of Thrones, is it?
Oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? Dungeons and Dragons. Him with his cloak and daggers. Don't even go there. Russell, let's just keep this me and you right now.
All right, okay? I'm sorry.
He ain't here.
I'm sorry. So yeah, I mean, it's tough sledding for me, man. And I wanted to get on the channel a little bit. I've done this on the air before. At least the people who have an NFL fix can watch the NFL Network and get up-to-date news on what's going on. I turned on the NBA Network yesterday, and they just keep showing me reruns of the playoffs. Like, so I've watched Game 6 5 times now. Now I'm sick of that. If they had something that just had like daily updates of what's going on, I don't know what they could show. But they've got to do a better job than what they're doing over there.
Hard pressed now, even organizations like the NBA, the NFL, NHL, to feel like they have control over what's happening under that umbrella, under different teams. Because with social media, things get out there so much quicker than even before that paperwork's even faxed over to the headquarters. It's already been leaked as a possibility.
Right.
So it's tough for them, I'm sure.
I don't know, man. I'm depressed right now. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I guess I'll start reading. Last time I read a couple of books, so TV is a nightmare for me. Like, I'll watch some movies now, but I look at the TV, and the basketball season kind of coincided with whatever shows you do watch. They kind of went off for the summer, so now you either got to pick up some new crap that's on, or you got to watch some reruns of the stuff that you used to watch in the fall and in the spring. So it's just a tough time for me. And the summer months are depressing to me. I know most people like the summer. I'm a winter baby, so I hate the summer. But when there's no viable sports on TV for me to deal with, it's just problematic for me.
I got a question for you. Is this it?
Let's save that for after the break.
All right. Well, we'll save that for after.
I've got him on the list, so let's save
that. All right.
All right, and you know what? I'm going to try to get the caller on the line. to see if we can get him to chime in and talk about this beautiful digital platform that he's created. And then you ladies can hear his absolutely spectacular buttery voice.
Oh.
He's a married man though, so slow down, ladies. We will try to get him on the line this break. We couldn't get Stephon Johnson back. Again, Father's Day wishes to everybody out there. Thank you, fathers, for being good fathers if you are. And if you're not, no happy Father's Day to you. How about that? All right, we'll be back in 3 minutes.
Yeah, Will.
Just a little bit. Send my mind just a little bit. Keep me high, baby, just a little bit. Can we spend some time? Need it now, just a little bit, just a little bit. Makes me sound, baby, just a little bit, just a little bit. Send fire through my spine, just a little bit, just a little bit. Can we spend some time? Make me shine just a little bit, Send my mind, baby, just a little bit. Keep me high just a little bit, just a little.
11:21 Eastern Standard Time, and welcome back to the All Access 660 broadcast of In Full Disclosure with special co-host Will calling in from somewhere outside of New Haven. Right now on the line, I think our technical issues are resolved, and right now on the line I have the creator of this beautiful app that you guys are listening to the show through, the creator of Zen app. And happy Father's Day, Ali Sharif. How are you?
I'm good, man. How are you? Thank you for the Happy Father's Day address. I've been children, and it's been it's been an interesting morning.
Wait. Did they make breakfast for you?
They did make breakfast for me. Yes, they did.
That's nice.
Awesome.
What was it?
It was corned beef hash, homemade corned beef hash with a nice poached egg on top.
Look at that.
Quite delicious.
Homemade corned beef hash. Nice.
Yeah. They hooked it up.
Hey, Will, you're on the line. What'd you get for Father's Day?
Nothing yet. Save that for dinner time. That's the last part of the day.
All right, you only got 12 and a half hours to go, so
yeah.
Keep your fingers crossed that you get something over there. All right, Ali, tell us about the Zen app.
Yes, sir.
Tell us about the Zen app.
Well, we're really excited about Zen app. It's it's a project that we've been working on for about a year and a half now. My larger company, F2F660 Digital, we've been creating, native iPad and Android apps for some of the top magazines out there. Men's Fitness, Shape Magazine. We did Black Enterprise's first iPad app. And what we started to think about early on when we were doing those was, wouldn't it be great if just regular, everyday people had the ability to make an app themselves? As app developers, we understand how difficult it is to make an app. You've got to go in, you've got to program using, Objective-C, which is Apple's programming language. You've got to submit it to the App Store. It's just it's a huge process to get an app on the App Store. And then once it's on the App Store, the whole notion of discovery, of having people be able to discover your app on the App Store is a whole nother process. So with ZenApp, what we wanted to do was take advantage of all the advances in HTML. Everybody goes to the web every day, on your phone or on your computer, and you can just do a search whatever you want. We wanted to make it that easy for people to be able to search and distribute their content, but also to make an app. So with ZenApp, you basically go to zenapp.com, you create an account, and you start creating, we call it the WordPress of apps. So for everybody who understands how easy it is to use WordPress or blog or anything like that, it's just as easy, if not easier, to go onto zenapp.com and create an app. What's cool about ZenApp, from our standpoint, is the ability to bring together all of the content that you create or that you view on the web. So you can bring in articles that you like. You can write articles yourself. You can bring in images from any place. ZenApp connects directly to your Flickr account. You can bring in all your social media feeds, your Facebook, your Twitter, your Tumblr, your Instagram. All of the things that all the content that you either create or view on the web, you can bring into this one app. And then once you create it, you basically hit a button that says publish, and it provides a link that you can share to anybody. We think that ultimately people who create content are going to love this thing. People who would love to have the ability to promote themselves would love this. It's a really beautiful way to, if you've got a YouTube channel, to be able to put all of your content together in context with your YouTube videos. We're working every day to make it simpler and easier for folks to use. So I'm glad you're using it, Russell. I see that your viewership on zenapp.com is growing every day. So thanks for using it.
Well, thank you for providing such a beautiful platform for us. As we're passing around pictures of me from a 70s party, you hear Steve laughing very loud. Ali, so when I go on the ZenApp, what are the ZenApps that are the most popular ZenApps, and what ZenApp would you suggest, if you were suggesting to people, which ones would you tell people to go check out?
Well, let's see. Well, yours, obviously, All Access 660.
That didn't come up. This call was over. All right.
Yours, obviously. And then, we put up a couple of interesting ones the other day. Some of them we do ourselves because we think that, there's content out there that people might want to use and also provides a real, nice introduction to ZenApp. So just put up a couple top 10 from ZenApp. So it's the top 10 sports figures on Twitter. So you get to see which are the are the most popular sports and top most popular sports figures on Twitter. Gives you a little bio information about them. It gives you some video content about them. It gives you their Twitter, their Instagram, their Tumblr, and their other feeds. Then we just did one also, the top 10 musicians on Twitter. On Twitter. So, that one's really cool. So it gives you some information about those top 10. It gives you, all their feeds as well. And then it gives you direct access to their YouTube channel right from within the app. So those are two that we put up. And then there are some other ones. Early on we had Malik Yoba working with us, so there's a really brilliant Zen app done by Malik Yoba and his team. I know he was on Empire and he got killed off, but the information in his Zen app is quite brilliant, quite beautiful. One of the cool things about Zen app again is that there's really no designing necessary. So you just basically take your content, you plug it in, and then that gives you, I think we've got 18 different layout templates that you can use to create a Zen app. And so Malik took real advantage of that to create a beautiful online magazine that that works well on your desktop, but also on your phone and your tablet as well. Let's see. There's some really good ones. If you go to zenf.com and you click on the Explore link at the top, we just put one up, which is a Hillary watch, which is kind of cool, which is every day we update that, and that information about Hillary Clinton in the news. So if you're a political file, if you're interested in what's going to happen with the presidential election, you can follow the news about Hillary Clinton every day. There's a great Zen app that was done right after blues legend B.B. King died, and that's a really beautiful one. For those who are fans of Justin Bieber, there's a really nice Justin Timberlake. I get my Justins mixed up. There's a really nice Justin Timberlake one.
Consternation.
My partner over here, my co-host for the day, Big Will, is grimacing when you said Justin Bieber. Will, what's the issue?
Right.
No, nothing. I just said, the Bieber fever. I thought that was over.
Well, but that's interesting because, one of the cool things about Zen app is that, we don't necessarily control the content that goes up there. The idea ultimately is that people who have a particular interest in something can create these apps themselves, and they're beautiful, and they work like native apps that you would download from an app store, but there is no downloading. You just basically share a link, and somebody has your app. And so for those people who like Justin Bieber, they can make Justin Bieber fanzines or their homages to Justin Bieber as much as they want, because there are people out there who dig him. But applications for this that you can make whatever makes sense for you, and whatever you think people who or people who you have a connection with will like. There's a friend of ours, John Simone, is in that about this brother Michael Lamont and his neckwear. If you're into neckwear, beautifully crafted bow ties. If you thought you'd never want to wear a bow tie, look at this Michael Lamont neckwear Zen app. It's a whole different take on neckwear, and it's beautifully done within Zen app and beautifully presented.
So, I got an idea for me and Will here. Will, me and you design an app together, right? We could design a Zen app together about everybody we hate. We call it the hater app, and then we just everybody we hate, throw it right up there, because our content restrictions. Could I go triple X on this thing?
Well, look, Twitter has been getting a lot of hate things. So I would suggest that an alternative to everybody you hate is everybody you love, right? There's a bunch of hate out there, and all of us have been the subject of some kind of hate at some point, and what we try to do to deflect that is just say, let the haters hate. But so I would suggest that in the Zen app universe and the Zen app family, we kind of refrain from the hating and go over to the love way of being. So I'm sure Yeah, I'm sure there are a whole bunch of people who you love would love to give a shout out to, and drive traffic to their businesses and all that stuff.
I think that Zen app should be a reflection of the real world. There's a lot of love and a lot of hate, and so we can't have the Zen app universe out of balance. So,
okay, so that's true, but I would suggest that even those people who you disagree with, that there's a constructive criticism Zen app as opposed to a hater Zen app, right? So you can do it that way.
No, I'm thinking about a little. And on the cover, it's going to be a little red man with a pitchfork. That's how me and Will going to do it. No, we're not going to do it. Well, Zen is exciting. I can speak to it because I use it very regularly. And obviously, everybody who's listening today is listening through the app. I guess they could find it on YouTube if they searched hard enough for it. But I will assume that everybody's listening through the app. So.
Yeah, and one of the cool things about the app is that this is HTML largely. I mean, it's what we call a web app. Zen apps are searchable on or any other search engine. So if you do a Zen app and you're trying to use it to either promote your business or promote your art or promote anything, or just to provide information, the more people use it, the more people link to it, the higher it climbs up in the search results. But we've done a really good job of optimizing these things for search as per Google's requirements. So they really show up in search results, and they're quite versatile as well. You can take a Zen app, and because it is playable on desktops, laptops, tablets, and phones, you can take your entire Zen app once you've created it and then embed the whole thing into another website or embed it into Facebook and create a Facebook app out of it. They're really, really versatile, and some of the things that we've got coming up as we continue to develop are really going to blow people's minds. Just we love people to use it. Just grab onto it. It's still in beta. It's working great, but it's still in beta. So once you start using it, feel free. There's a feedback button up there. Give us your feedback so we can make it good as we can. Yeah, we're really excited about it. There are new ones going up every day. People are using it every day. So
right,
cool. I'm glad you had me on here to give a little shout out to it. Thanks.
No doubt. I'm going to ask you for one favor on the air, though, because I figure if I ask people on the air, they'll feel a little more compelled to say yes. So I'm going to ask you for a favor. I've looked through I've explored your Zen app universe, and some very interesting people, some people who are in the sports world, some people in the entertainment would help us out a lot if maybe we could have a couple of those people as guests on the show one day. Would you be able to help us out with that, maybe?
Oh, sure. We got one of our marketing people on the Zen side is a guy named Jameson Bennett, who comes across these folks every day. I'll talk to him later today, and as we create these things, and as we have contact with these people, I will definitely ask them to join the show. It's a great show, and I see you guys are getting huge numbers. So congratulations on that.
We're getting numbers, people. We get numbers around here.
Analytics on high.
Yes, we get numbers. All right. Well, I thank you for joining us today. And as I keep saying to everybody, sometimes you have some competitors who, and I don't call anybody competitors, but some people who do what we do, they'll listen and they'll sneak in and listen to. And I try to say it as often as I can because I call you guys a part of my team. So we got technology, we got all that. So you guys are a part of the team. You guys are the part of the team that I'm talking about when I tell people my team's better than yours. So keep doing what you're doing. You guys are doing a great job. Everybody out there, please go out and get us in that. Play around with it. It's fun. I mean, I've seen people do stuff for their kids, and we just actually did an invitation for a baby shower, which turned out to be spectacular. And they had got about 1,500 views on it. So I don't even. We kept it private, so I don't even know how they worked that out. But
that's interesting. There's a guy on there, a friend of mine who his daughter does. She's a high school athlete, and and he did a Zen app that he sends out to sports coaches in colleges around the country. and he's getting tremendous views on this thing, and he uses it as his recruiting tool for his daughter. So, there's just thousands of uses for it. So.
Cool. All right. We thank you for joining the show today, and hopefully we'll talk to you again soon, and hopefully you'll get us some more interesting guests as we try to get through the summertime with no real sports on the air.
All right, I just want to give a shout out. Keep rocking that house music. House music lives. So.
Yeah, Ali. You know what it is.
If it's not house music, it's Jay-Z. What am I gonna do? But that's why
house music
all
lives.
night long, Ali. You got
We
that.
know it's the underground child. The underground stepchild of the music world. But for those of us who love it, oh my God, thank you.
All day. Got a special one for you today, brother.
Oh my God! Yeah, so he will tune into the show, but he'll tune in at 12 to hear Fully Disclosed, which is hosted by Breeze DBL over here. It's unbelievable. All right, thank you, Ali, for calling in. Coming up next, we're gonna get back into the sports. I'm gonna ask Will. I'm gonna put Will on a little bit of a hot seat. 30 minutes left. Thanks for staying along for the ride. We'll be back in 3 minutes. welcome back to those 4 breaks. We're gonna wrap up the show. Thank you again to Big Will, who's up there. Looks like he's doing something in his man cave office over there. He took you guys for a tour of his acreage. If you guys stayed on during the break, so you can see that he lives where the fresh air is. The outdoorsman that he is. Will, tell the people a little bit about yourself, and this crazy uh, 20-year expedition that you're on, trying to walk the earth and live. I guess you live with the wilderness. I guess. I mean, how do you even describe what you do? Let the people know what kind of strange guy you really are.
I've just been hiking the Appalachian Trail. Let me see. I think I do have a map here. I don't know where it is. I've been hiking the Appalachian Trail for over 20 years. Take a week off a year. I do roughly about 100 miles within a week, and then make my journey back. And everything I need, I have with me on my back. My place to sleep, my food. That's pretty much it.
What months do you do this walk?
Usually this time of year, lately, I've been going in October.
I've got an idea for your walk. I think you should go in the summertime because that would knock off 1 week of no real sports on TV for you. Because you've got no television, right?
No television.
You take no TV. Do you take a radio?
No. Well, actually, I do have, but I never turn it on. It is, no, I don't carry that thing anymore. But it's a portable wind-up radio flashlight thing, but I don't bother.
All right. So I said that I would go with you on one of these expeditions, right? But I've got some rules, right? So bringing toilet paper. I don't.
Come on, man. You got to use the leaves, man. Get with nature.
You can't do the leaves. You bringing toilet paper. I'm bringing some wet ones. I gotta bring some. I gotta bring some wet ones with me. I need. You have your phone, right?
Yeah, but you don't turn that thing on. That thing will be dead in a day.
Yeah, but they got all these little portable charger things, right? So like that, you could charge up. I can charge up about 15 of these things and just bring them with me, right?
What, just keep your phone on the entire time?
No, I would turn it off because I would talk to you. But being that I wouldn't sleep while you're sleeping, I need to talk to somebody because I'm outside in the woods with bears and what else is out there?
A little bit of everything.
What's the deadliest thing out there?
I've come across rattlesnake out there.
And yes,
and I've seen black bear.
All right, so sleep's not an option, right? And then there are hunters out there, right?
There are.
Yeah. Nah. I'm not sleeping, and if you go 10 days, I'll probably do. I'm not doing 10 days either, so I probably do 6-7 hours with you. Because I'm not doing it, bro. I'm not doing it. All right, let me get into some sports now for you.
Let's go.
I want to get your opinion about these people, and since you're a basketball guy, I'm gonna stick with basketball for you. Together I've had a conversation about me being able to put together a team that could beat the '92 Dream Team. Do you think that's possible?
Anything's possible, but there's a lot of things to, the players that you would pick now are players who had the chance to learn from that 92 Dream Team. And actually, I blame that 92 Dream Team for the reason why we have, the Dirk Nowitzkis, the Mozgovs, the Gasols. It was that 92 Dream Team that went over and dismantled every other team in the country, that they all decided that they were going to change how fundamentally they were going to work on their players. And since then, if you look at the NBA, post-Dream Team, pre-Dream Team, the influence of Europeans is much greater since then.
Well, that's very true. So they definitely internationalized the game. I don't know if that's a word, but
they internationalized the game, and since then the game has even evolved and mutated because of that.
Right, but again, the guys on the '92 Dream Team looked at other guys, the Dr. J's and the Clyde Fraziers and the Oscar Robinsons and the guys before them. So I'm not gonna accept that as an excuse for why my team was not smack the '92 team. I'm gonna put together a team.
It went almost hyper. It absolutely.
Yeah, but all the predecessors had an effect on the next generation. So I mean, yes, we talked about Kobe Bryant earlier on in the show and how Kobe was had to be a spitting image of Michael Jordan. So we clearly know that's the case. But I mean, when Mike came out, it was a conversation about is he playing like Dr. J?
Sure.
Right. So I mean, I think it's just a part of the natural evolution of the game.
Yeah, but one of the things that post-Dream Team has done, I mean, look at the nature of the big man nowadays. It's almost dead. Putting a guy in the post with his back to the basket, go get me two. Who does that?
Dude, do you think I'm gonna be able to put together this team for you?
Yeah, let's hear it.
All right. So, well, let's get our Dream Team starters out. So you had, and remember where they were in their careers too. Okay.
Okay.
So you had Magic and Mike on the backcourt. And
yep.
Did Pat Ewing start on that team?
He might have been a starter here and there. I think you had Larry Bird as a starter.
You had Bird at the 3 and Barkley.
Okay.
Barkley started over Karl Malone. So
yep.
My team would be, I'd have Durant, LeBron, and Kobe. Those would be my, I guess LeBron would be my de facto point guard. Give me Shaq and Duncan, and I'm not losing to those guys at all. Your thoughts?
Shaq and Tim Duncan.
Yep. And I know Duncan's not American.
You know what? I mean, man, can we really say Shaq? Because I can't believe that they actually picked Christian Laettner to be put on that team over Shaq.
They did. Oh, well. Well, first off, Laettner was a better college player than Shaq. Let's be clear. As much as he wasn't nearly the pro, he's one of the best college players we saw. Hate him or love him.
Listen, that's only because you're 30. But
yeah, that's all they do.
Yeah, and this is only
he was destroying dudes though.
And this is the NBA. This is why we're tired of hearing LeBron. We wanted something a little more easier on the eyes, and I think that was the case then. They wanted something a bit more easier. Because they were looking for more acceptance. So they picked Laettner.
Who was a better better college basketball player, Shaq or Laettner?
I got to go with Shaq. Shaq was a beast in college. Have you forgotten? I mean, obviously, yeah.
No, I watched his 30 for 32.
Talking because Laettner's got a couple of rings.
That's a part of his college career, right? It's a part of you can't exclude it. It's a part of his college career. Look, dude,
you can't exclude it, but certain guys are out there, man. They're great college players, but there are other guys that are in college that you can tell they are actually a step beyond being a great college player. That it doesn't even fit into the mold of where they are at the time, which is why they needed to come out of there. And Shaq was one of those guys. There are certain guys who, I mean, you look at Shaq. Yeah, there's no ring. 3 years at LSU, but he comes out of college, and what was the impact he had on the NBA? Yeah, let's talk about his impact on the NBA. Let's talk about Laettner's impact on the NBA.
I'm just comparing them as college basketball players. There's no question who the better pro was. There's not even a conversation about that. But collegiately, like when I tell you, I hate dude. But when I tell you about, if I talked about J.J. Redick averaging 27 a game in college, you're going to have to acknowledge that. You can't just say, well, what did he do in the pros? I'm just talking about what he did in college. That's what he did in college. Laettner was the guy. He just was. I mean, people hated him, okay, but he was the guy.
I think I got to give more credit to Mike Krzyzewski in the program that he runs there, because Krzyzewski does a good job with his players, utilizing them for their skill set. He's not sort of stuck in any certain mold. He gets the guys, he sees his skill set to utilize that and work with that even still within the system that he has, which is pretty much a very much unselfish system there, and it works.
Why are you discounting what that man Christian Laettner did in college? What is? Do you hate him that much?
Why
You got
are
a lot.
you hugging
You
on
have
this man like
Dude,
you know?
the fact is the fact.
Like,
The fact that you want to take his rings out of it. You want to call his success Mike Krzyzewski. Like, you don't want to give this dude everything Shaq did. It was Shaq, right? It wasn't Dale Brown. It wasn't anybody else. It was just Shaq. Anything else, anything Christian Laettner did is 9,000 reasons why it happened. Whatever Christian Laettner did, whatever he did, I didn't like him, but
all right, go back. All right, so that's your team there, Durant, LeBron. Because I can't even talk to you right now.
oh man, I love doing the show with you.
Kobe, you got Shaq.
You wrote it down. You wrote that
yes,
down.
Yes, I did.
Okay. If you don't want me to take Shaq, give me Akeem, and now let's keep it moving over here. Let's keep it moving.
Yeah, I got to give you Elijah one.
I got it. Listen,
Elijah one was on that dream team, wasn't he?
no, he's not from America. That's why.
It's just so tough because you know you're mixing today's players with all other players. I mean, I'm having a hard time with that.
What do you mean? Just I got the players. I got the players out there. Is
No,
my team gonna beat
you
them?
know, if you're going to come with a team to beat that team right there, come from guys that are current right now, today's day and age. Shaq's retired. He's done.
So
Duncan's still playing. Give me from what is on the plate right now.
Why are you dictating the rules to my game?
I got.
You're changing the rules to my game. It's my game. But you know what? I'll play along with you. Let me see who I would take from today. All right. Wow. I mean, I have to take Dwight Howard or something. Oh, Okay, I'll take Anthony Davis and Dwight Howard. LeBron, Anthony Davis, Dwight Howard. Can I still have Kobe, or is he retired? You gonna give me Kobe?
I'll give you Kobe.
Give me Kobe and give me Durant. Yeah, I'm cool with my team.
So you got Kobe, you got Durant, and who else? Dwight Howard, Anthony Davis, Kobe, Durant,
and LeBron.
Wow. You don't even put Steph Curry in there?
Ooh. I'm the biggest Curry fan in the world. Again, I love Curry, but for this team, I can't take Curry. That kind of goes back to my earlier analogy.
I would take, honestly, what you have selected there, I would take Steph Curry over Dwight Howard.
Who's going to be my big man?
You got Anthony Davis there in the middle. You got Durant. Hell, he's 6'11".
I'm going to give you a chance to make your own team. I want to make my team. That's my team.
Listen, I need some time to sit on this, man. I got to, I mean, I'm looking at this, and I'm looking at that.
We only have 5 minutes left. Who knows the next time you're going to drive from somewhere outside of New Haven down to the beautiful studios in lovely New Jersey.
That might be next weekend.
All right.
You might just see me Sunday.
Wow, live is... Oh, then I can take Sunday off.
Live and, and in person.
Oh, and nice. Some of those cookies.
And there will be cookies.
Ooh.
All right, Will, so what's up for the rest of the day as we wind the show down? Since you didn't want to answer my question, you need
all right,
time
fine.
to
I'll give you mine. I got to go with Steph Curry. Because looking at that starting five with Magic, MJ, Bird, I mean, because Steph's so elusive with the ball, you got to go with that. Even though he's a matchup nightmare, there's no one on that team that he can guard because he's too undersized. He's a problem on the, you flip that around, he's a problem. Take your chances.
All right. But
I go with LeBron.
I mean, so Magic, if I'm rules where I can't play a zone, Magic gets 90 on Steph Curry. I can't have Curry on this team. Magic posts Steph Curry up and gets 90. Nobody else even shoots on the court. What are they going to put him on Mike? Forget it. Steph can't be on that team.
Bird. Listen, he can just harass Bird. Bird can't put that thing on the floor with Steph on him.
He don't need to. Just go on the block. What's Steph going to do down there with Bird? Nothing.
Don't worry. There's enough help for there.
Help. Okay. All right. My squad, Magic can't stick anybody. Bird can't stick win. That's just what Kobe and Michael will be close to a wash. Production wise, they'll be close to a wash. And I don't know who's gonna stick Durant when he's shooting from 30. Look. Here's the deal. I'm the number one Steph Curry fan in the world, number one. But I think we forgot how great of a shooter Durant is because he's hurt or something. Steph Curry's the best shooter in the world. How far behind is Durant? Really?
Did I send you that clip with Durant at the Rucker?
No, but I saw him at the Rucker. That was from a couple years ago?
That was from a couple years ago.
Yeah.
You went to the Rucker, you saw that live?
No, I didn't see him live. I saw some clips of him live. I saw some clips of what he did up there.
Oh, okay, that had to be crazy live.
Right. So, what am I losing when what am I really losing when I got Durant out there instead of Steph Curry? And I got 6'11" out there with me. So, yeah, he can stay in front of Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson's not just going to post him up for 90.
Yeah, but you got a guy who can push the ball up the court there. I can't see anybody really keeping pace with him other than Mike. But then Mike's got to be worried about Kobe.
I got LeBron for that. I got the best player in the world for that. Any one of my you're really underselling what Durant is. Durant can't push the ball. This game's going to be wide open, right? So I can't read in the backcourt to push.
You know what? I have forgot about Durantula. I got to think about it because I don't know what he's going to be like when he comes back next year.
Right,
I don't even know if he's going to be with OKC next year. He might be with the Wizards.
Oh, he'll be with OKC next year.
And come home. Bring it home.
He'll be with OKC next year.
Speaking of bringing it home, and you know I'm a LeBron fan.
I can't wait till the show is over.
But listen,
I can't take another LeBron reference.
Listen.
I can't.
But one of these things LeBron needs to do, he needs to bring that hairline home. He needs to get rid of all of it. Because I'm watching him shoot free throws, and it's like a patched quilt. Like
what?
They patch quilts when they get.
Oh my God! I was hoping that's not what you said.
Put a quilt together.
Oh my God!
It was. I'm like, you got to be kidding me, Brian. You got to let it go. Sometimes you just got to let some things go.
Inside the studio here, we have a board where when we have guests come in, they sign the board, and it's 2 boards, and probably a board to have is full. But we have some other boards in here that are underutilized, and I think that I'm going to start a new board that just says all the people who will never, ever be on the show again. LeBron will never come on this show because you said his head looks like a patched quilt. Is that what you said?
Listen, it ain't just me.
Oh my God!
All right, Charles Barkley, Kenny Smith, they said it. And what? You gonna act like you didn't see it? When that man put his head down to shoot that free throw, you like, what's going on there?
He's getting to George Jefferson. Soon he'll lose the hair, of stuff on the sides.
Listen, I'm a LeBron fan, but he ain't got a 4-head no more. It's more like a 6-head.
Oh my God!
This thing is receding faster than
a speeding bullet. What are you gonna say?
And more powerful than a.
Oh my God!
I mean, it's disappearing, bro.
Will, I gotta wrap this up, man. I appreciate you co-hosting today, and now you got LeBron James never ever gonna come on the show because you said his head is receding faster than a
LeBron, hate me, but you know I love you.
Don't hate all accents. Let me do the disclaimer. The views and opinions shared by Big Will are not necessarily reflective of the views of this station. All Access 616. How about that? Will, I appreciate you co-hosting, man. This technology is great. So now when we need co-hosts, we can just Skype them in, and they don't have to come all the way down to the studio. It worked flawlessly today.
He don't want me there in person anymore.
Nah, dude, you're family, man.
Will, you know that. Come on now.
First off, you do it the way people are supposed to do it when they come in here.
Yes, sir.
You come with bearing gifts. In the building, all you potential co-hosts, guests, live in studio people, come bearing gifts. All right? That's just a little prerequisite, or else your time here will be tough. I will make it very tough on you. Will, appreciate it. Breeze DBL is up right now, fully disclosed. What kind of well, I guess you kind of tipped it off to Ali that you're gonna play some house music.
Yeah, man. Just being consistent. They had the annual.
For a year and a half, I've been asking for some rock. Mo asks anything Mo asks for, you give it to him. Anything. Kaki shinking piki. You know what I'm saying, Will? Brother over here just asked for a little cultural diversity, and I can't get it. All right, so I guess
I wish I could see your face when you do this.
Oh my
Come on.
goodness.
Ah, man.
Yeah, we're gonna keep it consistent.
All right, man. I'm not gonna complain anymore, man. You know what? I just put my headphones in and turn on the rock station on satellite radio.
KT.
You guys listen to Fully Disclosed Breeze Deep. We are out. See you next week. I think Mo will be back. Who knows? I don't know. If not, maybe we'll get Will to co-host again. And Tuesdays, every Tuesday from 7 to 8, I go live. SBN Live is launched. This will be episode number 3. And special co-host this week is Aviator Life. So you guys who follow us on Twitter as well, see him. See all of his tweets and favorites and everything. And you will see him live via Skype on Tuesday, 7 p.m. Breeze DBL is up right now. We are peace.
This is something special for you.
You are now listening to the Breeze DBL Fully Disclosed Mix.
somebody rob it when I'm out of town? If I build my love here, red brick from the ground, will somebody rob it when I'm out of town? If I build my love here, red brick from the ground, will somebody rob it when I'm out of town? Sometimes I'm tired. You make me. When I think of your goodness, all you've done, it makes me dance. On Monday, in the middle of the week, I just feel like late in the midnight. When I should be crying, you make me wanna dance. Sad time, I wanna dance. When I should be crying, you make me wanna dance. Oh, oh. You make me believe everybody else leaves. You make me dance. Oh, dance. Come on. Looking for somebody who feel like, oh, magnify the Lord with me. Sometimes I'm tired, but you make me. When I think of your goodness, all you've done, it makes me dance. On a Monday, in the middle of, I just feel like late in the midnight. Oh! When I should be crying, you make me wanna dance. sing. Girl, I want your love. You want me, baby, I can tell. Why didn't I? Don't you know it's gonna feel good, baby, if my feelings right. And I know my feelings right. I know what's on your mind. Girl, you can try, but you can't hide it from me. I know
just listened to Fully Disclosed. Thank you for listening to All Access 660 today. And we shall be back next Sunday. See you then.